We welcome you into episode 1 of Sox Talks. It's Kevin DiDomenico, joined along the manager of the Salem Red Sox, Luke Montz. And Luke, you guys come off of a series victory against the Delmarva Shorebirds, 4 games out of 6. You guys put up 25 runs in that series. What sparked the offense in those 6 games?
You know, like you said, it was a real good series for us. Just going back real quick, it was first time Delmarva lost a series this whole year. You know, they're a good team. They're swinging it well. They pitch it well. But it was a different series for us. We had guys that went in there, and some guys caught on there. You saw Jimenez go off a little bit there. I think he had 8 or 9 hits in a 5 games that he played there, and just saw a different group. These guys are working hard, day in and day out. And I think as we're getting a little deeper into the season now, these guys are starting to buy into their routine, buy into what they're working on, and we saw it there in Delmarva this last week.
You look forward to Lynchburg. You guys have won 7 out of 12 games against Lynchburg, but we've talked about this before. 5 of those games decided by 2 runs or less. How big has the bullpen been in close games like that?
Yeah, our bullpen's been lights out for us this summer. There's no hiding that. Everybody's seen it from start to where we are right now today. And us and those guys go at it every game we play. They've got a real good starting 5 or starting 6 that they throw at us. And, that's probably the biggest velo team we see in this league. They got some really good guys that can throw it. And but our guys compete and turn around in those series, So you got to make adjustments on the offensive side of things. But I'd say the real big thing that's helped us in those big games has been our bullpen.
How about Jeremy Wu Yelland as well? He's the Low A East pitcher of the week last week, went 7 innings in 2 starts, striking out 10. How much has he progressed this year? And I know he had some rough starts early in the year, but how much has he come along and showed his game here?
Yeah, he's come a ways. It was just his previous outing before the last was one he wants to throw away for the century.
Right.
But just at that last outing, just a different pitcher, a different guy on the mound. He came in with determination, and he was locked in. He competed, he threw all his pitches, and you can see the results when a guy like him with his stuff, when he does that, what's going to happen. He's a guy that puts in his work each and every day. He's going to work in the weight room. He's going to work in the bullpen session. And one thing we're seeing about him is just building that trust of himself on the mound.
Let's take a look at some position players. Will Dalton, the guy who just got called up, stepped in nicely in place of Nick Decker. What went into that decision to bring him up to High A Greenville?
Well, Dalt was doing a lot of good things. Dalt was pretty consistent at the plate. He was hot for a little while, right around the 300 mark. And, it's tough. Guys are young in this level and learning still. But Dalt did a lot of good things. Dalt played good outfield. He ran the bases well for us, was a good team guy, good locker room guy. And, there was somebody was needed in Greenville, and he was the guy they went to, So it was good all around for everybody. It was good for Dalton to get that next level experience, older college guy. And good to see these young kids see that when you do good things, and the message to him was, wasn't just your hitting, wasn't just your age. You did well at a lot of things. He ran the bases great for us. He's looking to always take the 90 feet. He played defense real well. That was big. He harped himself on defense. So when those guys see that and understand that's what it takes, it kind of sparks the next guy. So we're very excited for Will.
Well, we got to touch on our guy, Nick York. We'll see him later in episode 2 of Sox Talks this week. He's hitting .364 here in the month of June. Is there something that's changed to his approach or his swing here in the last couple of weeks?
Just a pure gamer, just a high school kid drafted last summer. Started off at not a start that he wanted to go, but never a doubt in my mind that he was going to turn that corner. And a kid that's the first guy here, last guy to leave, first guy in the cage, last guy to leave the cage. Just a guy that he's young, he's learning, but he knows what he's working on. He keeps things very simple at the plate. His approach, he doesn't really dig too deep in his head and get in his own way. So to see what he's doing the last, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever. It's been lights out, So and I say this, and there's more in that tank. This is a kid that is just grinding from at bat to at bat. He's a gamer. He wants to play 6 days out of the 6 days, and to watch this has really been fun.
That's what you expect from a first-round pick and a guy like that. Let's touch on the fan presence here in Salem. We got to 100% capacity just a couple of weeks ago. How big has that been for your team, and has the squad noticed that a little bit?
Yeah, it's been fun, and these guys have noticed that. It's been a year since they've played baseball, and you opened the season, and we went to Delmarva to open up, and the crowd was, fairly small. It was good to see fans back in the stadiums, but we've noticed at home, the guys look up and they're like, oh, that's a good crowd for tonight, So, it makes these players, relax. It helps them get into it a little bit more when you see fans and support you. We all know it's minor league baseball, and we're here for development and getting better and moving guys up, but, we have a job to do. When we cross the white lines at nighttime, we go out, we play hard, and try to win every ball game we can. So getting those fans behind you and rowdy in the 7th, 8th, 9th innings, it's a fun experience for these kids.
Well, there you have it. Your manager of the Salem Red Sox, Luke Montz, episode 1 of Sox Talks.